Okay, hello my sweet Pisceans. Love to see you here for today's reading for the month of November 2020. So, if you're coming over from TikTok, you will have already seen the 3 cards that we pulled for the overall energy for the month for you. If you haven't, and this is your first time seeing this video, welcome. If you want to check out the reading that I got started with for Pisces, you can find it linked in my TikTok profile in the description. So, we're going to be diving into what it could be lying ahead for you in the month of November 2020 for Pisces. As you know already in the reading that we did on TikTok, we pulled the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, and finally the 10 of Wands. So what I was saying is that the 8 of Cups is always talking about leaving something, moving in a new direction or moving in a new phase, right? So it usually is referring to you leaving something that is no longer emotionally serving you. Adding to that, the 10 of Wands, this is significantly referring to a specific scenario in which you felt like you were putting in too much work or effort, perhaps for other people, might have been people-pleasing issues, might have been causing a lot of baggage and issue for you in general, right? So this to me kind of feels like finally making decisions for yourself because you wanted to do them for you rather than you wanting to do them in order to please or appease something or someone else. Now, 6 of Cups here, it could be meaning that this either would represent you walking away from this relationship or walking away from a relationship to lead you to this one. So the 6 of Cups is referring to a soulmate connection between potentially 2 people from your childhood past lives. There's kind of, again, it's kind of a multitude of different ways in which you can interpret this. So let's dive deeper with this and see if we could figure out kind of more of what exactly is going on here for you. So already as we're shuffling, we have your card flying out. The moon represents Pisces energy and it came through reversed. So I think you guys are going to be going on a little bit of a spiritual path here. Seems like for November 2020 makes total sense for Pisceans. Leading up, especially into the brand new year, I think that you guys are going to be engaging in a lot of feelings and emotions of like, who am I? What am I doing right now in my life? What matters to me, So it feels very fitting for the sign, for Pisceans in general. It feels very esoteric, right? And kind of like big picture, So let me pull another 2 cards here. Hello, there we go. Okay, so we do have here, I just pulled the Judgment card. We have the Queen of Swords reversed and the Star. So there's definitely some air energy coming in here. This could be referring specifically to an air sign person, so Aquarians, Geminis, or Libras. The Star is all about Aquarius energy, okay? So seeing Pisces that you're feeling a little out of your element, and then this month is representing you getting back into it here with the Judgment card. Second chances, new opportunities, going into a new phase, the next chapter of your life, of your being. Queen of Swords reversed is interesting to get reversed because it kind of like, for Queen of Swords, Swords energy refers to me as like the element of air. So it's anything related to communication, to academic situations, what else? The truth, telling the truth, or seeking some form of justice. So something is happening there, right? Where it feels like either you're being taken advantage of, creating some kind of injustice. It might be a miscommunication issue. Star refers to your dreams or wishes being achieved, right? My hair is all over the place. Star refers to your dreams or wishes being achieved. Not exactly sure on what all of this is referring to just yet. So I'm going to pull some, oh, that's funny. So I went to grab my Tea Leaf Oracle deck and this card popped out. Someone is behaving stupidly. Very interesting. It could very specifically be referring to an air sign, like I said, but the someone is behaving stupidly, getting that combined with the Queen of Swords reversed means there's a scenario here where I don't necessarily feel like they're lying to you, but there could be a communication issue that I think is leading to issues within this relationship, right? Now, I mean, this very well could mean that you might have to leave the relationship altogether, or it could also mean like stepping or walking away symbolically from the relationship. Let me get another clarifier on that. So I pulled here younger woman, okay? Dealing's a relationship with a younger woman. So for some of you, especially also getting here this Queen of Swords vibe, it could be specifically feminine, a feminine relationship that you might be struggling with. Eagle, triumph over obstacles or troubles. So there might be a resolution to this. We do have here owl, good advice from a wise person. And then sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. So very interesting. A particular relationship, perhaps with a best friend, a feminine energy, really not getting a lot of like romantic vibes here. More so I'm getting like, yeah, childhood best friend kind of thing. Is this a relationship that Pisces is going to need to walk away from indefinitely? We have now, oh, okay, so now we have King of Swords. So for some of you, this could be referring now to an air sign male. So for some of you, it could be a best friend. For some of you, it could be an air sign male. For some of you, it could be both. Like, I just got the image in my head of like, there's this one TikTok that showed up on my For You page of, it was like the oh no trend. And it was a girl's best friend and her boyfriend, not the best friend's boyfriend, but the girl's boyfriend play wrestling. And then that song got played because she got slammed onto the floor. Ugh. Seeing that combined with the Seven of Cups, gotta be honest. I think for some of you, there might be a weird scenario here where if you're crushing on a guy, you might have someone in your life who might be feeling the same way. I would just say, hang on, let me pull cards for the Queen of Swords specifically, and then we'll pull cards for the King of Swords. So we're going to do the Queen of Swords first. Okay. And then for the King of Swords, oh, he got two. So Queen of Swords, this is a relationship that's no longer worth investing in, plain and simple. Because the Seven of Pentacles refers to seeds being planted in order to reap the harvest in the future. And this is an investment that's just not worth taking. Now with the King of Swords reversed, we do have here some heartbreak with the Five of Cups. So this is referring to like crying over spilt milk, but not recognizing something that you actually have. The Hanged Man, this is like needing to go with the flow. Trust this relationship. Now, you know, I can't say for all of you that it necessarily feels like that specific scenario in which like the best friend and the boyfriend are getting together. I think for some of you, it might be that situation. For some of you, it might be two separate scenarios that you could be facing. It's this Seven of Cups thing that's kind of throwing me off here, because when I get the Seven of Cups, this tends to represent sometimes like someone dating around, or not necessarily, in general it represents like they're not necessarily knowing what they want out of a relationship. I might even just use the pendulum. Hang on. Yeah. Ugh. Two of Pentacles. Like the relationship itself is good and then it goes bad and what have you. So hang on. Let's use the pendulum. I have videos describing like how the pendulum works, but essentially it interacts with the energy coming off of your hand. And so when it interacts with, so for me, you can test it by putting it over your thumb, which is a neutral energy. And then if you put it over your pointer finger and your ring finger, that is a positive energy. So you'll see it move in a certain direction. And then the middle finger and the pinky finger are negative energies. So if you want to test it for yourself to see what movements are related to like yeses and nos, you can find it linked in my TikTok. I talk about it if you scroll a little bit down, but if you want to just message me, I'll send you the link to it too. Okay. For Pisces, is Pisces best friend and boyfriend seeing each other or having feelings for one another? Okay, that's a no. So what this means then, two separate scenarios. The best friend, this is someone that I would say, like, take a little bit of a break from, right? This could be a childhood best friend scenario where I think this just more so means like your guys' paths are going in two different directions. Don't necessarily see anything wrong with that. I also don't necessarily feel like this is someone that you can't trust. I think that this is someone that just for right now, the connection itself is starting to dwindle. As for the male figure in your life, kind of similar vibes. Let me pull one final card. Okay. It's a quarrel. 5 of Wands. This represents like competition. It's like sibling kind of fighting energy of like he said, she said, like whatever the issue is, it's very trivial, you know? It's not necessarily that big of a deal. So is this a relationship that's worth continuing to pursue? Could be a boyfriend. It could also just be like a masculine figure in general. So literally a sibling. It could also be a father figure. Like seeing that, 10 of Cups, happiest, most positive card in the deck. It's also like the card that's representing like happily ever after, having a family with this person, like they are the one, you know? So November, Pisces, take your time. Pay attention to the kind of relationships that you want to be having in your life and the kind of relationships that you want to be like engaging in general. There are certain scenarios, I think, in which you can definitely choose to engage in them as long as you feel like you're not being taken advantage of or that you're not putting too much work and effort forward and feeling like you're not getting it in return. I more so feel too like it's like don't take things so seriously. It's okay to be selfish, I think is your main message. Okay, Pisces? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. So if you guys enjoyed this reading, please let me know by liking this video and letting me know in the comments. If you're wanting to dive deeper into the scenario, say you're a Pisces and you're kind of vibing, resonating with this message, you want further clarification, I do offer private readings. You can see that as well as links to Learn Tarot with my ebook in the description box below. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Light and love to you all. I wish you all the best. I know that November is going to be a good month as long as you choose to step up for yourself. So that'll do it for today's session. I wish you all the best. I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.